I'm hungry. Hey everybody, welcome to Jersey Jeff Eats, and as we bid adieu to 2024, we're going to take a look back at this year on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel and see all the places that I've been to and all the food that I've eaten. Well, maybe not all the places, that would be a 3-day video. This is a compilation of highlights of places that I visited during the year 2024, the first full year for the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. And what a jam-packed year it was. I've eaten at casual restaurants, I've eaten at festivals, I've eaten in Atlantic City, I've eaten at a lot of fast food restaurants, I've eaten all over the Jersey Shore, I've eaten in Las Vegas, Niagara Falls, Key West, New Orleans, I visited specialty stores and even eaten in those. Listen, I'm a big guy already, and I think if I didn't walk as much as I did, I'd probably be twice my size. The truth is, this year I visited a lot of places and ate a lot of food, and almost all my meals were actually pretty good, and when they weren't, I certainly let you know it. 2024 was an awesome year for the Jersey Jeff Eats channel, and 2025 is going to be even better. But let's not dilly-dally, we got a lot of ground to cover. Let's get started. I pretty much started the Jersey Jeff Eats channel during the cold weather here in Jersey, and that made the initial videos all indoors, whether it be actually inside a building or inside my car. However, of course, if there was a rare, really nice day out in the middle of the winter, I would eat outside. I love eating al fresco. Many of the initial videos were of fast food restaurants. I visited places like Wendy's, Burger King, Checkers, Kentucky Fried Chicken, Popeyes, Roy Rogers, Taco Bell, White Castle, you name it, I pretty much stopped off at all the fast food places. I haven't really done any fast food restaurants since this past spring, so now that it's winter again, I think I'm going to start doing visit some that I've never been to before. I like doing the brand new sandwiches that they come out. I don't do their regular stuff, I do stuff that they're testing usually. During the past summer here in 2024, I wasn't really doing fast food videos, and I was getting ideas though. I passed a lot of fast food restaurants that I realized I haven't visited. I thought I visited most of them. And then I started getting some crazy ideas for fast food videos, so you're going to see some of those in 2025. During the year, I also got some comments and concerns about my health, and it's also important to know that even though I'm always eating on these videos, that's what the channel's all about, it's not something I do every day. These videos are filmed once a week. Maybe I'll go to a fast food restaurant once a week or some other type of a restaurant. And during the rest of the week, I really do enjoy healthy food. No one wants to see me eat a salad, though. But your comments did spark some ideas in the creator in me, and it got me thinking maybe I'll do a health month, like Jersey Jeff Eats Healthy, or September can be Health Month, or something like that. Anyway, that's something to think about 2025. After the initial several months of the Jersey Jeff Eats channel, I realized I wanted to broaden my horizons and get out there and try all different types of restaurants and foods and places, and well, that's what I did the rest of the year. During 2024, I also visited a lot of national casual sit-down restaurants. You know the types, like Applebee's, Chili's, Houlihan's, Fridays, places like that. I like visiting these places because, well, they have huge menus and they usually offer a good value, something hard to find in 2024. Some of these casual sit-down restaurants were local ones too, which is always nice. Sometimes I like to show you guys places you haven't been or seen before. This is an incredible Meatloaf Mountain at Fred and Ethel's in Smithville, New Jersey. I've yet to explore lots of options in this category of restaurant. Heck, I haven't even been to the Olive Garden yet. Like I said, this type of restaurant usually offers an extensive menu, good value, the food's consistent, you very rarely get a bad meal at one of these type of places, but nothing like a local place, and that's what we're going to check out now. We're going to check out restaurants that I visited at the Jersey Shore this past year. This year I took you guys out to the ball game for some hot dogs, peanuts, and Cracker Jack. Blue Claw Stadium is just a mile or so in from the Atlantic Ocean. It was a fun, exciting, and relatively inexpensive afternoon. I had a great time and I realized when I got home that this is something I should do more often. It's just a few moments from my home. Then it was off to the Manasquan Inlet where several of you made fun of my hat. But I was fine with that. I was here to have a good time. I stopped off at Jenkinson's Inlet Bar and Grill. I ordered myself a shrimp basket, which is basically fried shrimp and fries. Again, another beautiful afternoon at the Jersey Shore. On a different beautiful day in Point Pleasant Beach, with of course a different hat at that point, I decided to visit Stewart's Drive-In, which is just a few blocks up from the boardwalk and beach. That's where I filmed my very first Jersey Jeff Eats episode. This was 1 year later, the 1 year anniversary. I decided to go back to the place where it all started, and I ordered myself this time an Italian hot dog. And of course, some battered onion rings. I love the onion rings here at Stewart's. And, well, their famous root beer. You can't go to Stewart's without ordering a root beer. Then I head all the way south at the Jersey Shore, at the very southern tip of New Jersey, Cape May, to check out mermaids. I love Cape May, and I visit there quite often, and I remember I was there a couple years ago and I had a great crab cake sandwich here at Mermaids, and I haven't been there since, so I decided to stop off and show you guys what it looked like. One of the cool things about Mermaids is it's located right on the beach. Most of the restaurants in Cape May are across the street with the view of the beach or the boardwalk. This place is right on the beach, and well, of course, once again, the crab cake was delicious. Then it was off to Long Branch at the Jersey Shore. I stopped off at the Windmill for what they're famous for, hot dogs. I ordered 2 chili cheese dogs and a side of onion rings, and while the 2 chili cheese dogs really proved to be a mess, they were good, and I really enjoyed them, but I could not eat them with my hands. I asked them for a plastic fork and knife. They proved not to be able to handle these hot dogs. They were really messy. So at that point I decided I need to do my channel with a spare set of real forks and knives in my glove compartment, because this proved to be almost impossible to eat. Then it was off to the Seaside Heights Boardwalk for some Three Brothers pizzas. Three Brothers runs very inconsistently, and if you stop in some, the pizza's horrible. If you stop in others, the pizza's decent. There's one place in particular on the Seaside Heights Boardwalk that I really like, and that's the one that I brought you guys to. While there, I also ordered some fried Oreos, something I've never had before. Some of my favorite videos to shoot on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel are the fairs and festivals, and this past summer I went to the Monmouth County Fair in Freehold, New Jersey. If there's anything unfortunate about these fairs and festivals, is that I eat like a 6-year-old at the circus, and I pretty much drive home feeling the same way. Looking back at this Monmouth County Fair, I had Zeppelis, frozen custard, pierogies with sour cream, and a beer. How's that for combinations? Then it was off to the Red Bank Street Fair for some fried calamari, Italian ice, and a ham and Swiss croissant. Hey guys, if you're enjoying the videos here on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel and you haven't subscribed yet, why not do so right now? And if you can, give the video a thumbs up if you're enjoying these year-end compilation videos. I do appreciate that. Also, if you want to share it on your social media, that gets the video more views and the channel new subscribers. And finally, if you'd like to support the Jersey Jeff Eats channel, then why not click on that super thanks button right underneath this video. Doing so not only helps support the channel, but it'll get you a shout out on a future Jersey Jeff Eats video. Thanks for your support, guys. Back in September, I visited the Down Beach Seafood Festival in Ventnor, New Jersey, just one town south of Atlantic City. The Down Beach Seafood Festival is one of my favorite festivals every year, and this is my second time I visited. I'm sure I'll be back next September. I like it because of its proximity to Atlantic City. I usually book a room and just head to the hotel afterwards after visiting here. I also like the fact that a lot of these restaurants and trucks here are recognizable names. Names that I recognize from not only the hotels and casinos, but restaurants and pubs around Atlantic City as well. This bacon on a stick vendor was pretty popular, and understandably. Vagabond had a nice variety of some really good-looking food. Ultimately, I stopped off at Cardinal, that Cardinal from the Orange Loop in Atlantic City, and I decided to get a lobster mac and cheese empanada. That sounded really good. I got that in a beer. And I'd like to reiterate here that all this eating and drinking, again, is just maybe once a week, if that. It just doesn't seem that way when you see it in a compilation back-to-back like this in a video. October can only mean one thing, Oktoberfest, and I took you guys to the Oktoberfest in Smithville, New Jersey. This is an annual event here at Smithville, and I literally had to park, I'm going to say at least a mile away, and walk to the festival. That's how busy it was. While here, I grabbed myself a bacon barbecue smash burger and some fries, as well as, well, you guessed it, a beer, and tried to find any flat surface that I could possibly eat off of. The Jersey Jeff Eats channel isn't just about eating at restaurants and fairs and stuff like that. It's also about shopping for food, especially specialty shops and gourmet shops. I love bringing you guys along with me, showing you some of these shops around New Jersey, and also, of course, while I'm there, grabbing something to eat. My very first such stop here on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel was Joe Leone's Italian specialty shop in Point Pleasant Beach, New Jersey, where I showed you guys around the shop, then picked up a meatball parm sandwich and brought it over to Windward Beach for a nice little picnic. During the course of the year, I also stopped off at Levati's Old World Market, an Italian specialty market, much bigger than Joe Leone's. A lot more to choose from, and they also have takeout food here. I picked up a eggplant sandwich, kind of like a caprese sandwich. It had mozzarella and arugula. It was really good, and I also picked up a cold, sun-dried tomato pasta salad, and again, took it to the park to enjoy it with you guys. Then I took you guys to Wegmans, which is where I do the bulk of my grocery shopping. Not really a specialty supermarket, but a really cool supermarket nonetheless. During the video, I actually did do my weekly grocery shopping, and I ordered a meatball parmesan sandwich and a Caesar salad, and took it upstairs where they have a little dining area. It was really good. In the fall, it became apple picking season, so of course I headed over to Delicious Orchards in Tinton Falls, New Jersey. Delicious Orchards is known for their fresh produce, farm fresh produce, and they also have a butcher department, a deli department, and a bakery to die for. But while I was here, I ordered in their little sandwich specialty area, I ordered a baked brie green apple grilled cheese. It was delicious. Oh, I almost forgot to mention, it had a nice slice of ham in it as well. I also headed up to Monmouth County to check out Uncle Giuseppe's Market. This was done on a recommendation of one of you guys, and I really do appreciate your tips and recommendations, and this turned out to be a really good one. They had an area that was set up like an all-you-can-eat buffet, only it wasn't just one price. You had to pay by the pound and you could take it home with you. But I never saw anything like that set up in a supermarket before. Of course, I couldn't leave Uncle Giuseppe's without eating something. After all, the channel's called Jersey Jeff Eats. So I ordered something I never heard of before. Pizza oreganata. It was kind of like a Sicilian slice with oreganata breadcrumbs on top. Oreganata being the breadcrumbs you find on top of clams sometimes, or dishes like that. It sounded really good, but when I sat down to eat it, it was just too much bread between the oreganata and the crust. I enjoyed it, but I thought I'd enjoy it a lot more. Of course, I do a lot of traveling outside of New Jersey for the New Yawk channel, so while I'm outside New Jersey, I also stop off at restaurants for the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. Vegas was no exception. I've done a lot of buffet videos here in Las Vegas, and I decided to go to a couple that I've never been to before, one being the Excalibur. The Excalibur is one of the cheaper all-you-can-eat buffets on the Las Vegas Strip, but even at a cheap price, the food was really bad, and simply not worth it. Besides, I was sitting across from that guy from Weekend at Bernie's all buffet long. While in Vegas, I also checked out the Wicked Spoon buffet over at the Cosmopolitan. The Wicked Spoon's a pretty popular buffet here on the Las Vegas Strip, and lots of people have given it good reviews. I found it decent and a little bit overpriced. My favorite buffet here still is the Wynn, possibly my favorite buffet here in town. But compared to the Excalibur, the Wicked Spoon was pretty good. Then it was off to beautiful, sunny southern Florida, where I stayed at the Hard Rock Hotel and Casino in Hollywood and then headed to Key West. But while at Hollywood, I checked out the Hard Rock Cafe. On this particular trip to the Hard Rock Cafe, I ordered the Leo Messi burger. That's Messi as in M-E-S-S-I, something I wanted to order while I was at the Hard Rock in Atlantic City, never got the chance to. I figured I might as well do it here while I'm in Florida. Leo Messi, of course, being a world-famous soccer player. The Messi burger was very good, and indeed very messy, as in M-E-S-S-Y, but I really did enjoy it. Of course, as most of you know, while I was in southern Florida, I took an overnight trip to Key West, where I ate at several restaurants, including this one called Mango's on Duval Street. While at Mango's, I ordered a shrimp po' boy and a side of fries. I wasn't expecting the po' boy to be as good as the ones in New Orleans, and it wasn't, but it was good nonetheless. The next day in Key West, I decided to stop off at the Old Town Mexican Cafe. Here I ordered up some homemade salsa and tortilla chips, as well as some fish tacos. While my time in Key West was short and sweet, I had to head back to the Hard Rock in Hollywood, Florida. Right before I headed to the airport to get back to New Jersey, I stopped into the Hard Rock Cafe once again and ordered the barbecue combo. The barbecue combo consisted of some ribs. I also got some pulled pork with fried onions on top, French fries, as well as baked beans. This was a heavy meal to eat before you get on an airplane. But as it turns out, of course, as most of you know, I didn't get on an airplane right away. The airport closed down overnight because of weather. Next, I was off to one of my favorite cities in the whole wide world, New Orleans. And of course, no trip to New Orleans would be complete without a stop off at the Café du Monde, the world famous Café du Monde. This place has been open for over 100 years, 7 days a week, 24 hours a day. I think the only time it closed was for a brief period during Katrina. Other than that, this place has been open forever. Of course, while here, I ordered the world-famous beignets, and I ordered café au lait. Although I usually drink black coffee when I'm here at Café du Monde, I always order café au lait, which is half strong coffee and half steamed milk. And of course, no matter where you turn in New Orleans, there's music playing. Whether it's in the restaurant, whether it's on a street corner, whether it's inside the hotel, there's always live music. This night was no different. There was a woman outside singing Whitney Houston karaoke. That's pretty gutsy, but she did a great job, and I think she made a ton of money that night, actually. Everyone really loved her performance. And of course, it's comforting to know that no matter where you are in the French Quarter, and right here at the Café du Monde, the Mississippi River is just steps away. Now, you guys haven't seen these New Orleans videos yet because, well, the Jersey Jeff Eats channel has been busy with the holidays and Niagara Falls, which is coming up shortly, by the way, on this video. But I assure you, the New Orleans eating videos are coming up shortly on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. Another stop I made in New Orleans was at the Market Cafe right in front of the French Market here along the river. Here I ordered a sampler of some jambalaya, some gumbo, some rice and beans. Of course, they give you some nice crunchy bread to dip it into all that wonderful stuff. And the band, of course, the band was fantastic. They were singing Louis Armstrong songs. Louis, of course, being from New Orleans, and he has a park just several blocks away, the Louis Armstrong Park. That's going to be in a video on the New York channel coming up shortly. While in New Orleans, I took a trip on the steamboat Natchez along the Mississippi River, and they had a onboard buffet that I took advantage of, and it was really good. During the trip, I picked up some jambalaya. I had some bread pudding, which was really good. I think it's a specialty here along the Natchez. And also some fried catfish. I love fried catfish, and New Orleans is the place to eat it. So far, this is one of the New Orleans videos that has been uploaded to the Jersey Jeff Eats channel if you want to check it out. The other ones will follow shortly. While in New Orleans, I also spent some time at the Caesars Hotel and Casino at the foot of Canal Street and the Mississippi River. And while inside Caesars, I stopped off at Nina's Creole Cottage. While here, I enjoyed some yet more catfish. It was a fried catfish sandwich meal, and it was really tasty as well. Again, all these videos coming up shortly on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. They're here on the 2024 review simply because that's when I visited New Orleans, and that's when the videos were recorded. Another trip I made this year, more recently, was to Niagara Falls, where I checked out things on the American side as well as the Canadian side. And while these videos of the restaurants that I visited have been uploaded to the Jersey Jeff Eats channel recently, if you haven't checked those out, the other videos of all the attractions and the falls themselves have not been uploaded to the New York channel. They will be shortly. While on the Canadian side of the falls, I figured I'd try some poutine, which is a big dish here in Canada, and well, apparently it met up with some severe criticism from my Canadian viewers, who mentioned everything from my pronunciation of the dish to the dish itself. Sorry, Canada, just trying to be a friendly neighbor. Back on the US side, or more specifically the New York side, I stopped off at the Hard Rock. This was right before Halloween, and I ordered the Boo Berry Burger and the Boo Berry Zombie Drink, and both were really good. This was a Sunday night, which happened to be Drag Queen Bingo night here at the Hard Rock, and a good time was had by all. Back at the Seneca Hotel here in Niagara Falls, I stopped off to check out their buffet, which really wasn't that good. The food wasn't great, and it was quite messy, to tell you the truth. This particular video got over, I think, 11,000 views pretty quickly, and it's the most watched video on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel so far. And it's good to know that most people were in agreement with me. I wasn't the only one that didn't have a great experience here at the buffet. While at Niagara Falls, I was asking locals where's the best place to get buffalo wings. After all, this is pretty much Buffalo, and they all mentioned Anchor Bar, either in Buffalo or at the Buffalo Airport. I decided to visit one at the Buffalo Airport, and boy were they right, the best wings I've ever had. Back home in New Jersey, I decided to visit some restaurants in Atlantic City for the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. Some inside the hotels and casinos, and some outside the hotels and casinos, and others during restaurant week. Very early in the year, I stopped off at Breadsticks in Resorts Hotel and Casino for some of their famous French onion soup. Boy, was it good. Shortly thereafter at Breadsticks, I enjoyed a patty melt. For a couple of years over on the New York channel, I've been talking about visiting Chickies and Pete's at the Tropicana Hotel and Casino. Never did it. This year, I did it on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. I ordered a delicious crab cake sandwich, and I also ordered their famous Krabby Fries. Krabby Fries kind of let me down. They were very overhyped, and well, they were okay. They weren't fantastic, but I enjoyed the meal nonetheless. I stopped off at one of the newer restaurants along the boardwalk. Over at Resorts Hotel and Casino, I checked out Guy Fieri's Chicken Guy. He also has one over at Harrah's on the marina side of town. The chicken tenders were delicious. They were very crispy on the outside, tender on the inside. I really did enjoy the chicken here. The sauces, however, well, none of them were labeled, so I had no idea what I was eating. Also, earlier in the year, I stopped off at the newly opened, at that point, Dave & Buster's, right by Caesars Hotel and Casino. I stopped off for a burger and a couple of beers, and the staff there and security, everything was top-notch, and that burger was delicious. Back over at Resorts again, I stopped off at the Doherty's Late Night Happy Hour, where I had some crab fingers and Kobe sliders. The Kobe sliders were good, but those crab fingers, the best I've ever had. I never heard of anything called crab fingers before. These were delicious, loaded with that garlic butter, and it was just fantastic. Of course, no trip to Atlantic City would be complete without saying hi to the guys over at the White House Subs place. I'm talking about the original one, not the one at Hard Rock. They're both good, but the original one, well, it just has that certain atmosphere. Here's a tip: if you want to take one home, just order it dry without the vinegar and oil, and you can put that on once you get it home so it won't be soggy. Finally, in Atlantic City, I enjoyed a couple places for restaurant week, including Angeline's over at the Borgata, where I had some fish, some salad, and dessert. All the meals, by the way, during restaurant week, 3-course meals. A 3-course dinner, no matter where you're having it in Atlantic City, was going to cost you $40.24. My fish entree was a whole fish, which turned some of you viewers off, but I didn't mind. I really enjoyed it. Also during Restaurant Week, I headed over to the Back Bay Ale House for a Restaurant Week lunch. A 3-course lunch during Restaurant Week here in Atlantic City is going to put you back $20.24, 2024. This is a 2024 review. I had the crab chowder. It's delicious. Next time I'm going to Back Bay Ale House, I want to get some of that to take home. I also had a delicious steak sandwich and some dessert as well. Lunch here at the Back Bay Ale House was a success, and Restaurant Week in general here in Atlantic City during the month of October was a success as well. And hey guys, that pretty much sums up the year here on the Jersey Jeff Eats channel. I hope you enjoyed this compilation video of some of the places I visited, not everyone. If you want to check out all the places I visited, check out the Jersey Jeff Eats channel's playlists and you'll see every place and all the details as well. Thank you so much for watching. I really do appreciate it. Don't forget to subscribe, give the video a thumbs up, and share it on your social media. Here's to a great 2025 here on the channel, guys.